Let's take our Bibles to an Old Testament passage, Micah 6, 14 and 15. I'm going to abbreviate down what's happening in Micah. But what's happening here is that the nation of Israel was given tremendous blessings that were contingent on them walking with God. And through the process of time, they stopped walking with God. And so prophets kept warning them, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. It's coming. It's coming. And there were warning signs within their lives. They didn't think of them as warning signs. They just thought of them as the next progression in life. And what they really were compromises, and then a compromise and another compromise. And then basically the book of Micah and many of the other prophets give us the results of doing things our own way instead of God. And some of the things that we do that are our own way instead of God's way are actually things that aren't necessarily sin, but then there's also sin as well. We start permitting it, we start indulging in it, and then we start accepting it. The same thing happens on the side of good things that we do in the wrong order. First of all, we start to accept the fact that we don't have very much time for the Lord, and then we really don't have time for the Lord, and then we don't even really acknowledge the fact that we don't have time for the Lord. And maybe you've been in some of these moments where you've just simply drifted away from the Lord, and that's what was happening to the nation of Israel when Micah was writing. They had drifted so far. And he wanted them to understand that there are results that come, or consequences that come, that may not be easily seen in the moment, but they can definitely be felt when they hit, and they hit hard. And so in chapter number 6 of Micah, we're going to read just 2 verses of the consequences, because I want you to see them, and I'm just going to comment on them real quickly. It says, "Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee, and thou shalt take hold, but thou shalt not deliver, and that which thou deliverest will I not give up, will I give up to the sword?" And so it's like, you're going to work hard, and you're going to almost grab a hold of what you're working hard for, but then it's going to be gone. It's going to end up in somebody else's hands. You're going to do all the work, and then somebody else is going to take all the credit. It's just over and over again. Verse number 15, it says, "Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil, and sweet wine, but thou shalt not drink wine." It's like a treadmill of almost getting there, seeing it, but never enjoying it. Good efforts will never satisfy. Our efforts will not produce what the desired production would be. Think about this. Everything that happens comes with a cost that we never could have imagined in the moment. I don't think that the people of Israel imagined how far away from God they would get, and the things that they would stoop to or fall to in their lives. If you read through the Old Testament, you'll see that they do some of the vilest things that they didn't get anything from. It wasn't that it produced something for them. They just kind of got drawn further and further away. And I think I see that happening in lives of people who claim to be believers. They're so busy about building themselves, and they're never satisfied. They're so busy doing other things but what God has saved them to do. And they're kind of piling up consequences. And the sad thing is those consequences don't show in the moment. They show later. Many people don't realize that what they've sold today is the next generation of believers in their family. Even their own children may have a difficult time walking with the Lord. And I'm not saying that this world is an easy place to walk with the Lord. Many people walking with the Lord have the same problem. But I'm saying that some people are assuming that they're going to, quote unquote, make it big, but that making it big will never satisfy, and it'll actually come with a cost that is way more than we ever wanted to pay. And so my encouragement to you is to walk with the Lord. At Christmas time, we can reset our walk with the Lord. A lot of things shut down, a lot of things stop. We'll walk with the Lord. Unfortunately, most people just walk further away from Him during this time, or pack their lives with more things. Unpack your life of the things that are keeping you from the Lord, period. And they could be some of the most important things in your life are keeping you from the Lord. And so I just want to encourage you, if you want to have good days in the future, walk with the Lord today. Have a great day.